you're going to find the slope and the y-intercept, but all I'm going to give you are ordered pairs, 2 ordered pairs. We're going to find both. You're not going to see a visual picture of it, so that's the goal in this next section. Okay, so here we go. So I would like to know the slope and the y-intercept of a line that passes through these 2 ordered pairs right here. Okay, step 1. In this section right here, let's find the slope. And we're going to use that information, and then we're going to put it into our formula, which is called y equals mx plus b. That is slope-intercept form. Here we go. Let's find the slope for problem number 1. It's 9 minus 3 over 4 minus 2. That gives me 6 over 2, which becomes 3. I know that my slope is 3. I'm going to take that 3, and I'm going to take that, and I'm going to put that right into my formula in the spot where I see the letter M. So it's going to go right here. And now I'm going to fill in a couple more letters. We have 3 other letters up there. We have a Y, an X, and a B. Here's the Y, here's the X, here's the B. I can fill in the X and the Y right now. What we don't know is the B, and we'll solve for B after we fill in the X and the Y. So here we go. We have 2 X and Y's. We have this X and this Y. We have this X and this Y. Pick one. It doesn't matter which one you pick. So I'm going to pick the 2, 3, where 2 is my X. I'll write it right over here. 2 is my X, and 3 is my Y. I'll just go plus B. We're going to solve for B right now. So let's do the math. We have 3 equals 6 plus B. To figure out what B is, we subtract 6 on both sides, and we get negative 3 is equal to B. All right, now I have a slope. Slope is 3. The B is negative 3. I can now write the equation for the line that travels through those 2 ordered pairs. Here it is right here. The equation is y equals the slope, 3x, and the b, negative 3. That's the equation of the line that travels through those 2 points. Okay, let's practice these. Okay, 4, 4, 5, 7. Let's write the equation. So first, let's find the slope between those 2 ordered pairs. So we've got 7 minus 4 over 5 minus 4. 7 minus 4 is 3 over 1. So again, my slope is 3. I'm going to hang on to that until later. I come over here to my 4 letters, y equals mx plus b. I take that 3 and I replace it right there under the letter M. And I have to pick an x and a y. There's 2 of them. Just pick one. It doesn't matter. I think I'll pick the 4 and the 4. Both of them are 4s. So put a 4 here, put a 4 here, keep your b, and let's do the math. 4 equals 12 plus something. If I take away 12 on both sides, I solve for b. Negative 8 equals b. I now have my m, I now have my b. I can write the equation. I'll write it right here in the center. The equation of this line is y equals 3x minus 8. That is the equation of this line that goes through those 2 ordered pairs. Number 3. Here's 2 ordered pairs. Again, let's write the equation. Let's find the slope. I'm going to call it the constant this time. Let's find the constant. It's the same thing. Okay, here we go. 1 minus negative 3, negative 2 minus negative 1. I see a double negative on top, so this is really 1 plus 3, which is 4. I see a double negative on the bottom. That's really plus, so it's negative 2 plus 1, which is negative 1. I'm going to float my negative to the top, so my slope is really negative 4. I'm going to hang on to that. And I'm going to come over to my formula, and I'm going to put that right in my formula right here, negative 4. And I'm going to pick an x and a y. Now, They all have negatives, so I just have to be confident in my negatives. I'm going to still pick this first one, where x is -1. I'll write it right here. And y is -3. And then put plus b. Okay, let's do the math here. This is going to be -3 equals -4 times -1. A negative times a negative makes a positive. Plus b. Let's solve for b, so let's take away 4 on both sides. And I get -7 equals b. Okay, I have my m, I have my b, and I'm going to write the equation right here in the center, the equation for these two ordered pairs. The equation is y equals -4x minus 7. That's my equation for these two ordered pairs. Now again, I don't have to give you ordered pairs. I can give you ordered pairs sitting inside a table. You just know that I'm showing you 3 ordered pairs. So let's pick 2, and then let's do the same thing. Let's write the equation for this table of values. All right, I'm going to pick 1, 7, and I'm going to pick 3, 11. Finding the slope, it's going to be 11 minus 7 over 3 minus 1. That's going to give me 4 over 2, and that gives me 2. My m equals 2. I'm going to hang on to that. I'm going to take that 2, and I'm going to place it right here under the letter m. And now I need an x and a y. I have a lot of x, y's. I have 1, 7, 3, 11, 9, 23. I think it's best to choose for me the 1, 7, so I don't make any mistakes. X is 1, and y is 7. And we have plus b. I'll do the math. I have 7 equals 2 plus something. Well, I know b equals 5 in this one. So now I have my m right here. I have my b right in the center here. I'm going to write for you the equation of the line that travels through all of these ordered pairs. This is y equals 2x. Now it's a positive 5, 2x plus 5. That's the equation of the line that created that table of values. All right, we've got one more of these. Let's try it one more time. Here's a table of values written in a vertical format. Again, we're going to find the slope, and then we're going to find the y-intercept. So I'm going to pick 2 ordered pairs. There's some negatives here. I'm just going to pick these. I think I'll go with -3, 8. And I'll pick 4, 1. -3, 8, and 4, 1. All right, let me find the slope here. 1 minus 8 over 4 minus -3. I don't need that right there. So I have -7 over double negative on the bottom, which makes positive. -7 over 7. That means my slope is -1. Let's hang on to that. I come over here to my 4 letters, y equals mx plus b. I'm going to place a -1 under the m. I have to find an x and a y. I have some to choose from. I think I'll choose the one right in the middle. It doesn't matter which one I choose. I'm going to choose 4, 1 as my ordered pair, where x is 4 and y is 1. And I put my plus b. Let's do the math. 1 equals -4 plus something. So I can add 4 to both sides, and I get b equals 5. Now that I know my m and my b, I now know the equation of the line that created all these ordered pairs inside this table. Y equals -1x, but in algebra we don't want the 1, so we're just going to put y equals -x plus 5. This equation produced all these ordered pairs. For example, I'm going to prove it to you in this last one, show you what we've been working on. If x is -3, if I go negative of -3 plus 5, that's a double negative, which makes positive. This is 3 plus 5, and my answer is 8. If I put in a 4 in this spot right here, that says -4 plus 5. -4 plus 5 is 1. That works there too. The last one, I'll prove it to you again. If x is an 8, I put an 8 right here. -8 plus 5 And negative 8 plus 5 is negative 3. We found the correct equation that created those ordered pairs. All right, so here's our graph. There are two ways you guys can do the graph. You can continue using the same process I was using with you before. You can find two ordered pairs and then use the formula y equals mx plus b. But I want to point something out to you if this happens for you. If you have a line that has an absolute perfect y-intercept, which this one I meant to be perfect, I can look at it and go, wait, my y-intercept is right there. It's right here at negative 1. It crosses the y-axis at negative 1. Now another way we practice how to find the slope is you can actually count it. You can make sure you do the rise over the run. How many do you have to rise up or down and then run over? Well, this one, I'm going to count it instead of doing the actual mathematical formula. I'm going to say we're going to rise up 1, 2. I'm going to go up, which is positive, rise up 2 units, and I'm going to run over 1 unit. So my rise over my run is up 2 over 1. Up 2 over 1, which simply is 2. I now know the equation of this line. My slope is 2. My y-intercept is negative 1. The equation is y equals 2x minus 1. That's the equation of this line. All right, one last one of those. And this is your video lesson on how to find the slope and the y-intercept. Okay, again, I'm going to use just the visual method. It saves us time. You could use two ordered pairs, which would be this one right here, 0, 2. And you could use this one right here, 2, 0. You could find the slope between those two. And then you can put it into the 4 little letters, y equals mx plus b, like we've been practicing. Or you can simply look at this line, and let's determine the y-intercept right now. If it's a perfect y-intercept, and this one happens to be, it crosses perfectly at number 2. The b is 2. Now this line I can see is heading in a downward direction. It's negative. I'm not going to rise up. I'm going to rise down. I'm going to count how many units it takes me to go down before I pass the second one. So let's see here. That's 1 unit down. That's 2 units down. So far I've gone down 2. Represent that as negative 2. And from there I'm going to run to the next spot. I'm going to go over 1, over 2. This is a negative 2 over 2. And negative 2 over 2 simplifies to a negative 1 over 1, or just negative 1. My slope is negative 1. Once you know the slope and the y-intercept, my slope, my y-intercept, I now know the equation of this line. The equation is y equals negative 1x, so I'm just going to write negative x, and the y-intercept is at 2. That's the equation of this line. All right, everybody. I hope this helps. I hope you can do the homework based on this assignment. And if you have any more questions, send me a message. All right.